Alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alright. Hello, guys. Back again to our podcast. Today, I will be the host, and Andra will be the guest. Well, you see, there is one person missing here, which is Randia. He isn't able to attend our meeting because it turns out he has something to do right now. But so let's just continue without him. So, Andra, how are you doing?
I'm doing good right now, but certainly, I have many things to do. In conclusion, I'm really swamped right now.
Well, it is very nice to have you right now. I'm really appreciate it, man. Thank you for
Yes,
coming here.
yes, it's good to be here.
So, today, do you mind to tell us what we are going to talk about?
Yes, I think it's time to talk about renewable energy transition since it's really matter, because we can find CC or climate change that we face right now.
I see. That's very, really interesting topic here. All right. Just if you have any, media to help us understand about this topic, well, sure. Let us have it. Let us see it too.
All right, yeah, let me start it first.
All
All
right.
right, could you see my slides?
Yes, I can see it.
All right, first of all, I need to talk that this renewable energy transitions category is divided into several series since I think uh, this idea will not cover all in once. Okay, so it's better to divide. This is for series one. I will talk about solar or wind renewable energies instead. So yeah, have you ever heard about this topic? It's sourced from the New York Times. Talking about world has less than a decade stopped catastrophic warming. Okay, since although several countries or organizations are already starting to take step in order to prevent climate change, especially global warming, but it looks like we are already late to stop our global warming, and there are possibility to harm our humans world. I mean, if we do nothing to counter climate change, then our life will be so much worse in later days.
Okay.
And
Andra,
yeah, maybe our
sorry, but can you please, there is this meet google.com is sharing your screen. Can you please click hide button in that in that no it, meet google.com is in the bottom of your screen. There's stop sharing and click hide, please. Hide. Nah, that's really good to see that.
all right,
All
or
right,
so
continue. Please continue.
could you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, all right, yeah. Maybe although we already have meeting in COP27 in Egypt last year, but still we need to cooperate together, but from government level or the people level, we should cooperate together to encounter climate change. Okay, next.
All right.
As you
Actually, kind of curious. Can you please go back to that previous slide? When
Yes,
was this news comes out?
uh, interesting. This news was released, and if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Oh, 3 weeks
Yes,
ago. So
yes.
it means
Intentionally capture or screenshot the highlight of this news, because I think it's important for us to address this climate change, since we have less than a decade to stop catastrophic warming.
Yeah, I know, I know.
No time to convert renewable energy rather than this time.
So those experts there said that we have until like 2033, I guess, to make this, global warming things not making a harmful outcome, right? That
Yes.
this news are going to say. All right, please move going on.
All right. So let's continue to talk about the next thing. All right. So when we talk about global warming, we can't think it is caused by carbon, right? I mean, as you already learned from your high school, uh, carbons can make our, you know, Earth more warm. It is because carbon is such a particle that could lead to, uh, you know, absorbs a lot of heat from the sunlight, and they will prevent the heat to be released in atmospheres above the earth. So in conclusions, I mean, the carbon will keep the heat, trapped in this earth. Then we will face, our temperature increase afterwards. And to measure what, the magnitude of carbon we have, it's called as a carbon footprint. And the carbon footprint is really globally rampant right now. Okay, so the carbon according to my journal of Indonesian Journal of Conservation's 2021, it is said that the carbon footprint has increased significantly by 2005 and it rise from just 280 ppm up to 379 ppm right now. So it's kind of really really great increase up to 50%, right? And then it is said too that this concentration is far beyond the natural concentrations in the last 650,000 years for only 180 until 300 ppm. Okay, so
Okay,
in
so this is, also this Indonesian Journal of Conservation. This, this statement here, works for global, not only for Indonesia, right? It is global
yeah, it
for the
covers
whole.
global level
Oh,
for
I
carbon
see.
footprint, not only in Indonesia.
All right, all right.
Yeah, and then you can see from the graph about the evolution of carbon dioxide emission in high, middle, and low income countries.
I see.
Okay,
So,
it at first, from the blue lines, it is from high income carbon dioxide emission, high income countries carbon dioxide emission. And actually, in the past it was beyond the middle income one, but now since 2004, let me give the laser from here. Could you see my laser?
yeah, I know, I can see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It started the middle income carbon dioxide emissions started uh, exceeding the high income
I mean,
until 20 you know until this level. Yes.
well, you see, this is interesting to me because, um, when we are rich, it is actually we are using less, in
Mm.
terms of energy. That's, this implies, right? This, graph implies, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
But
because of that.
but seriously, I also surprised by the fact that low income people doesn't use any energy at all. It's literally zero, man. Like like
Yeah,
zero.
It's almost 0 million. Yes, 0 million carbon dioxide emission
It is quite,
level.
funny to see that those low income people really doesn't use. Not really funny, but what surprising to me. Not funny, but surprising actually.
Yeah, I don't know because
But
it is
but
from World Bank.
yeah, but it's still, I don't think that it is possible. So like people at some point should have used carbon, but it turns out those low income people really doesn't use carbon. Anyway,
Yeah, maybe it is because low income countries uh you know do not really think about the energy. They just maybe import energy, or just already use water generated power plant, right? So I don't know. Maybe it is because of their poor that makes they could not develop their own power plants, whether from renewable or unrenewable ones. Yeah, so it's almost tens. I mean,
all right,
almost zero millions. Maybe uh kilograms of carbon dioxide here, and
all right. So Andra, of course, you have some explanation about why middle income is, having higher emission, right? Could you please tell me
yes,
about that?
yes. Middle, you know, why middle income, why do middle income countries have a higher level of carbon dioxide emission instead of high income countries right now? Because uh
Wait, 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 wait,
the
wait. This one isn't about. Oh, this one is about countries, not about individual. Is it true?
yes, as you can see from this, right, it is about income countries.
Yeah, it turns out it is about countries, but not um,
People
individual.
or cast
Yeah, I
individual,
thought
yeah.
at first it is
All right,
about.
so you misunderstood about it.
Yeah, I thought it is about individual. So, but it is about um, yeah,
Countries.
countries. And I see, I see. All right, continue,
Yeah,
please.
yeah. It is because why do middle income countries have higher level of carbon dioxide emissions instead of high income countries? It is because their market is emerging, meaning that the consumptive level is really beyond what high income countries have. Then they will require, you know, a lot of energy to sustain their own industries. And yeah, it makes sense if they have to look for the most low low budget power plants, and it refers carbon related power plants such as um, steam, or uh, gasoline or diesel fuel power plant, for example.
Oh, I see. So because they want to be rich with lower costs, I mean those
Hmm.
middle income countries, they use unsustainable material,
Yeah,
unsustainable
they
source.
they use unsustainable material instead,
Yeah,
since what they priorities is that just lower cost for operational of power plant, right?
yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
For example, like Indonesia. I mean, Indonesia is an emerging countries that will develop their own industries, and because of that, they need to lower the cost of the energy. And the way to do that is to build
Power.
diesel power plant, yeah, more and more. And yeah, you will see the data next.
All right, please.
this is the data that I want to show you. So in COP26, COP26 is held in 2021, and this table shows your country pledged to stop your and committed to be committed to stop your you know pollutions. Okay, as you can see that for our country, Indonesia, it seems that we are committed to stop our and the deforestation, right?
Yeah, if
And
we say that
will
our country,
withhold and cut methane emission.
you know what? If you say that our country commits to this program, it means our current government that that is committed, and for the future government, they might decline. I mean, they might, you know, this this program, this pledge, they will, like, stop it. I mean,
Oh,
it
okay,
is
okay.
our
So do you mean that
current government.
our future government
Yeah,
will
they might
be
have this different
different opinion?
priority. Yeah,
All right,
different.
priority, yes.
Yeah, but nice to hear that right now Indonesia is,
Yeah,
you know,
we are targeting to stop. I mean, to achieve net zero target in 2060.
yeah, that's nice to hear.
Yes, it's nice to hear that.
But
But
yeah,
the most the fastest way is Finland. They will stop uh, you know carbon footprints in 2035.
but you know,
It's really interesting.
we end deforestation when we don't have any forest anymore. So
Right, shit, man.
we quit coal when we don't have any coal anymore. So I think in the before the given time we are going until there is no more, and so we are stopped.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah, yeah,
that could be the case, the consequence.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But in this case, I mean, it's just uh, about our commitment. I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure do that Indonesia will quit coal or and deforestations, especially in Kalimantan or Sumatra.
Borneo,
But
man. Borneo
yeah, Borneo.
and
And
Sumatra.
but in this table that is presented by Al Jazeera, it shows that Indonesia at least is was doing really good approach that tells us about we will be free of carbons in 2060.
Oh,
Okay,
so even the trend
and
is
compared to India, let's say India and Iran,
Iran.
we are still better at least because India will not be committed to end deforestation, and they will not quit coal. They will not cut methane emissions. That's shit. I mean,
I,
and it's the worst thing is that Iran will not be committed to anything, as you
yeah,
can see.
that's true, man. I guess they hostile against NATO, and therefore they won't comply with their agreement. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe yeah because of that. And the interesting fact is that Iran is still in sanction, right,
Yeah,
from
that's true.
America's industries. So what happens when Iran cannot develop uh, their industry from you know uh, carbon produced power plants? They will lose all of the industries because increased cost of energy will harm it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
they will not be supplied by renewable energy from other countries since
Yeah.
Iran is still in sanctions. So
From
yeah,
Western countries.
from Western countries, like in Cuba or Russia right now.
I
But
see.
from India, I mean, I don't know if India. Why? Why? does India not really want to make their country greener? Although India is still open, right? Not like Iran, but from this table, even for net zero target that uh, they will be late 10 years compared to what Indonesia has said
Yeah,
2070. Yeah, and yeah, at least our country uh, already did right thing right now,
yeah.
and
I
we
hope
should
I hope
we
they
should
are consistent with their policy. Okay, continue, Andra.
and from what I heard is that our ministers already pledged that we are gonna stop the coal power plant constructions in 2030 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we already plan to support our environments that will not pollute more and more.
I see. That's nice to hear.
Okay, all right. So if we talk about renewable energy, okay, we can find renewable sources from let's say uh, the first hydro energy, wind energy, solar energy, tidal energy, geothermal energy, and biomass energy. But if you see the figure here beside EAA projections as of December 2022. Okay, solar and wind energy will be so much popular for 2023 until 2027. Okay,
Right.
the graph is increasing. All right, and so the prospect of solar is really good. Maybe the solar and wind will be realized by people so much 10 years later. So yeah, we need to think about it.
Andra,
Although
yeah.
Indonesia,
Okay, okay, go
yes,
on, go on, go on. Atau Indonesia
although,
what?
although Indonesia means is still developing geothermal because since we have so much magma chamber uh, under our earth.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right. Okay, Andra,
yeah. So
just
what do you want
curious,
to talk?
curious about this. There is no, nuclear energy here. Is that like intentional or what? Why is there no nuclear sources in here?
Yeah, you are right. There's no nuclear sources. I don't know why they don't appear it.
I see.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, if
but
we
yeah, nuclear is really renewable. I think.
no, 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 no. I think we should you know I'm sure we have defined what is renewable energy before, right? In our previous meeting with you, it is about the ability to be renewed again. So nuclear, because it uses some kind of material. I forgot uranium, I guess, or I don't know. And that uranium, I guess, is could be
Yeah, uranium and plutonium are able to be used for nuclear power plant.
yeah, but those materials is hard to be created again, and because of that, it isn't renewable. So it is fine if this, um, according to definition of renewable energy, I think this slides actually match with that definition. So okay, go on.
All right. So next, first we are gonna talk about solar energy. Okay,
All right.
solar is such energy that we can use from sunlight. I mean, because every single light, could you define light? I mean, light is such a energy. They will release some energy, although there are not some particle, but we can utilize it for our electricity. Okay, as you can see from this, global horizontal irradiations map. Okay, or GHI. The the most uh, the most uh, like rampant energy could be found in Sahara Desert.
You
It could
mean it
find
is the
uh,
it is the hardest place on Earth, or what?
what I mean from this map. We can find that uh, some parts are really feasible to be placed for solar energy since
Oh, that's what
the
you mean.
total energy is really high. For example, like in
Oh yeah,
Sahara,
I
could
get
be
it.
found until 2,702 kilowatt per hours per square meter
I see.
yearly. Yes. So compared to Indonesia, I mean, although we are hot here because we are in equator, but the total energy from solar energy uh, is still low compared to Middle East or um, South America or Australia. Okay, we just have kind of 1,000, I mean, kilowatt per hour per square meter.
I see.
It That's why I've ever heard that Australia has already established solar farms in their northern territory state, and they export it. Export solar
Oh, they
energy to
export.
Singapore.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they export it to Singapore
To
and
Singapore
along Indonesia. Yes,
with batteries, right? With
yes,
batteries, right? Okay, that makes sense.
and yeah, I mean, when you wanna measure the solar exposure, you could measure it from JHA, what I already told, because global horizontal irradiations equals DHI plus DNI times cos Z. All right. What are the HI or DNI? Well, they are actually the first DHI is diffuse horizontal irradiations, and the last one is DNI, which is direct normal irradiance. All right. Let us talk about solar panel types. By efficiency, the I think that monocrystalline is the best because it has efficiency up to 20%. All right.
Right.
Oh no, PRC. Sorry. PRC is the highest one because PRC has highest efficiency. It's 5% more than monocrystalline, as you can see. And by cost, the cheapest one is that PRC2. It just
That's
costs
great.
0.32 until $0.65 per watt. Okay. All right. Let's talk about wind.
What the hell?
Yes. Again, wind in Indonesia is very low, man.
Oh, I
Color
see.
is blue.
Oh,
It
so
just produces kind of the wind is just 2.75 meter per second in Indonesia.
you mean the rather the better, more red, the more red the place, the better. Is that this you know picture suggests?
Sorry.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Could you please restate your statement?
So I mean, in this picture, there is a place where it becomes blue and it becomes um,
Green.
yeah, green and red, and so this blue place is bad for wind. You mean like that, right? However,
Yeah.
in red place, like in Alaska here, it is Alaska, right? Or what? It is
Yes, it's
Alaska.
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 Yes,
It's very
uppermost
very
Alaska.
good to have to plan a wind energy power plant there. That's that is.
Yes, yes, it's totally true. I
Oh,
mean,
I see.
the blue indicates that the wind blow is really low. Maybe from my assumptions, it is because we are rainforest, and then I mean, forest will prevent wind to blow really hard.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
so we get this to be slow in equator line
I see.
areas. On the other hand, in subtropical area, for example, Sahara or Australia, South Africa, as well as North America and South America, we could see that it turns greens or red. Okay, so it indicates that the wind is really rampant there. Then yeah, it's feasible to install wind power plants.
I
In
see.
addition, the highest, the best place to install windmill installation is that Alaska, here, or UK, as well as Scandinavian countries, because it turns red, indicating that the wind blows so hard in that areas. And when we wanna calculate uh, how how wild is the wind energy, we can calculate from this formula: P equals E per T. Okay, uh, it means that energy per times, and yeah, or half times A times P. I mean, it's not P but rho, and times V to the power of 3.
Oh.
Next, so we were gonna talk about wind turbine types. Okay,
Oh my god.
as you know that wind turbine could be divided into two. The first, horizontal axis wind turbines. Okay, it's really the most popular wind types in this world, because the horizontal axis turbines have blades like airplanes propellers, and they commonly have three belts. And as well, their height, their height is 20-story buildings, and have blades more than 100 feet long. Like uh, I already placed, it has blades that are attached to the top and the bottom of a vertical rotor, and the tall would be 100 feet and 50 feet in wide, like this.
I see. Quite
Yes,
quite interesting to know that there is a vertical axis wind turbine.
yes. Well, I mean, the turbine like vertical axis, I mean, is really prone, right, to be dangerous, because it seems that the blade is near the public area,
Yeah,
as
that's
you can
true.
see, and yeah, it covers all the space around it, so it's not really as effective as the horizontal one. And let's talk about the solar and wind comparisons. Here you can see solar energy. Solar energy has advantages from it provides more predictable energy output than wind, and solar farms can generate power on a massive scales. And then solar panels can be installed on buildings in urban, rural, and suburban areas. So it's more like it's really feasible to be installed in anywhere. And then once panels are installed, they require little maintenance. Okay, so yeah, maybe it's quite cheaper. Next, panels require less space than wind turbines, and then panels are less conspicuous than wind turbines. And the last advantage of solar energy is, unlike wind turbines, solar panels don't make noise. But uh, from the drawbacks of solar is that it can be produced at night in cloudy regions, and then not all roofs have right orientation or angle to collect the sun energy. Despite falling solar panel prices, upfront costs can be expensive. Okay, so let me discuss about it. Uh, yes, solar panel, when they are already being run, is really cheap, but in the front of installations, it could be so high in price, as far as I know, right? And the last one of the drawback is solar panels generate significantly less electricity than wind turbines. Okay, let's talk about wind energy. The advantage is that wind can be harnessed day or night. Wind farms can generate power on a massive scale. Wind turbines can be built offshore, right? Offshore. Turbines produce more electricity than solar panels. And the last one is turbines are less polluting than solar panels. So, as far as I know, solar actually, astonishingly could be, uh, could produce some pollutions from the uh, kind of maybe emissions of the the light, um, the light absorptions. But I don't really study it, so maybe I will find it more in another day, right? But let's talk about the drawback of wind's energy. Wind is an unpredictable energy source, meaning that uh, the wind sometimes could blow so hard, but it could blow so lightly. So yeah, it's absolutely unpredictable. Next, wind turbines are susceptible to damage from lightning and wind. All right.
What
And
wind?
next,
Yeah, okay, okay.
okay, what? Sorry.
No, it is quite funny that wind turbines are susceptible to wind itself. That's it.
Yeah, maybe from what I've heard that wind turbines is already set into certain uh, rotation of wind blow.
Oh,
Okay,
I
so
see.
if the wind blows so hard, maybe for example, like when you face storm, yes, storm,
Hurricane.
hurricanes,
Yeah,
sort of that. The wind turbines could be distracted because
yeah.
of the very high wind blow.
I
Okay,
see. I get it.
yeah, and yeah, it's really bad when the storms, is damaging wind, and it means the turbine will be plucked off from the mains body. And next, turbines can harm or kill flying wildlife, including birds and bats.
Oh, I see.
All right. So the research shows that birds could be you know dead because of wind turbines.
I see.
Yeah, because of the mechanical rotations, they will be hit by the turbines. And do you know that turbines can be noisy?
Well, I guess I've never encountered any turbines, solar power plant, and I haven't any experiences with this statement.
Oh yes, yes. This is new for me too. In fact, turbines can be noisy, meaning that since it relies in mechanical rotation, so the noisy is really common, right?
Yeah.
It is same like you uh, power on your motorcycle machines or car machines.
Oh, I
So
see.
could not you hear the noise? I mean, you are you are lying if you cannot hear anything from cars or motor machine. I
Well,
think.
if it is because you know the piston and nozzle injector. uh, and yeah, of course, there is explosion, right? And that explosion is what makes machine noisy. But for turbines, it is probably because of those,
Rotation,
rotation. Yeah, that's rotation.
rotation that you know to to produce electricity for generator.
Yeah.
And next, turbines aren't practical for densely populated areas, meaning that you know maybe from my perspective first, turbines turbines power will not be enough to fit uh, densely populated areas, or from perspective of building or constructions. Do you know that uh, turbines that have 100 feet long
Well,
in their blade should be hauled by a truck? And what if the rods are so small? Then it's really hard to get it to deliver the blade for the wind farm.
oh, I see, I see, I see. I
Because
get it.
once upon a time, I've ever watched a video about the wind turbines or the blades delivery to the wind farm, and it's so hard. It requires a lot of some trailer, and it moves so slow
Oh, there,
because of the level of the
efforts
uh,
should be high. The effort to move a
yeah, the voltage
turbine
should be high
will be high. Get it?
because of the capacity is so huge. And since wind farms are typically located in remote regions, transmission lines must be built to bring electricity to populated areas. Okay, meaning that we need to build the
Infrastructure again.
infrastructure, yes, for cable. All right. Summary of today is well, renewable energy is necessary right now, but we should carefully choose our renewable energy ones since they undisputably have pros and cons. Okay, so yeah, here are my references.
All right. So, Andra, do you know that fusion energy has succeeded recently?
Sorry.
Fusion energy is feasible. It turns out it is, human could create fusion energy right now.
Fusion, right? Okay. So what do you know about fusion? Please
Fusion,
tell me.
currently nuclear power plant right now is using fission energy, right? Fission
Mm-hmm.
mechanism. So there is this, uranium, and then we hit it to something and it breaks, right? It breaks, and then it breaks, and it will be exponential, and those
Yeah, it
when
could be multiple effect reaction.
and then when it uh, tear apart, it will also produce
Hit.
energy, and heat, also heat, and those heats is the one who will move the electric turbines, right? Now,
Yes, yes, you're
fusion,
right.
on the other hand, is combining to hydrogen, or I don't know, I forgot what is it, and then we combine it, boom, and it become one, and when it combines, it also produce energy. That's fusion energy. And this fusion energy in December 2022 is happens, it is possible for human to create fusion energy, it turns out. No,
In
have
China,
you,
no.
no, no. No, in America, actually, in national United.
Okay, okay.
Have you known about this, Andra?
Well, as far as I know, yes, fusion could be utilized for generate nuclear power plants. But the most challenging part is that it requires a lot of energy. Maybe the energy is so abundant, so uh, we should take care of it. But however, as far as I know, the safety of fusion's power plants is way safer than the fissions. Yes, and fusion energy, on the other hand, can produce the 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 most renewable energy. Okay, because it acts like a sun.
All right, but I suppose that you already heard the news about this fusion energy. Have you?
Yes, I've heard and read the news about it.
About
Yeah,
this
and it's
2022?
possible. Maybe we can produce some fusion energy for the future. But now, uh, the scientists say that it requires a lot of energy uh, to push you know the new sun to be existed.
Yeah, that's so at least we human knows that it is possible to make a fusion energy, and although it isn't economically feasible, but it is possible for human. Well, currently, you know, it said, I kinda remember, the input was 2 megajoule, the input, and then after
Megajoule.
this, yeah, it becomes 3 megajoule, and therefore it is,
Alright. So
con-
we have margin for about 1 megajoule.
yeah, like it is 150% increase of the inputs.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
and I
Yeah,
think,
that's what I mean. I mean, you should bet for supplying a lot of energy first, and we can produce some more energy.
yeah,
Okay, but when it fails, you you lost your megajoule.
yeah, that,
Okay,
yeah,
I've ever heard that Russia is really interested to build some nuclear power plants here in Indonesia, but I don't know about the continuity of that news
oh, I see.
until now. Mm.
Well, for me, it feels like energy scientists right now, for example, like mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, is very, very excited. No, no, actually, nuclear major. Do you know about nuclear major, Andra?
Oh, nuclear engineering.
Yeah, nuclear major. It feels like in Indonesia it was like not really popular, right? Right?
Right.
Nuclear, but but I bet that they are, are euphoria right now. They have euphoria right now because it fusion energy is possible, and they have hope on what to do in the next after they graduate.
Okay, okay,
Well,
okay.
anyway, this
Okay,
very,
so yeah, yeah. And in fact, nuclear power plant is way safer than
yeah,
any other industry. If you know,
in
yeah,
Chernobyl,
it's really
like
interesting.
in Chernobyl, people are scared with nuclear power plants
Explosion.
because natural disaster in that place. For example, in Chernobyl, because there was earthquake, if I'm not wrong.
No, I mean it's just a mistake, right? I mean,
Oh
maybe
yeah, yeah, that's right. There's,
the the reactor's conditions or state is really overheat at the times, and operators did not notice it yet. So it's just the internal mistake. And what what happened is that the reactors actually blowed up, and yeah, the
become a ghost
emissions of
city.
the uranium was really scattered into this area.
Yeah,
The level of
radiation.
radioactive,
Yeah,
really, yeah,
radioactive,
radiation is really
radioactive.
rampant afterwards.
And also in Japan, right? After tsunami in, I don't know, 2013, I forgot. So because of those events, Indonesian people are scared with nuclear power plants, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, but the only place that we can put or install nuclear energy is in Borneo.
Yeah, that's right. In Borneo,
There is no ring of fire in Borneo, as far as I know.
but
So
only
it's quite,
wildfire.
yeah, maybe the only disaster is just wildfire or huge flood.
uh, because there is no forest anymore in Borneo.
Yes. Yeah, because
Yeah,
every year, I mean, Borneo could be faced by huge floods in certain areas, like in Banjarmasin or in Palangkaraya,
yeah.
since the area is covered by several huge rivers, right?
Oh, I know.
So the rivers, if you compare the rivers in Java and the rivers in Borneo, the rivers in Java are nothing.
Oh, seriously? I
Yeah,
never.
according to them, they
Have you
will they will
ever?
call do you they will call our rivers in Java is like canal only. It's not really rivers, but just canal. It seems the magnitude of their rivers capacity is really huge.
No, have you ever went to Kalimantan, Borneo, Andra?
Unfortunately, I haven't gone
When
there yet. Yes,
when there? So um, you haven't gone there. So
but what I've heard from my teacher that is already, yeah, already there. He said to me that the rivers are so amazing in Kalimantan.
oh, I see.
They are big.
I
Yeah.
never went to. Eh, have I ever went to Kalimantan? No, I think I haven't. Yeah, I haven't went to Kalimantan, Borneo before. Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah. I hope. Well, do you support nuclear power plant, Andra?
To be honest, I support it since the magnitude of their energy is really powerful to generate our electricity.
And also, it is sustainable. No, not sustain, but
It's
what is
it's reasonable because the waktu paruh or half time
decay period?
means it will take years, right? I mean, you cannot throw the uranium into waste just for once the reactions, because it's such multiple effect reactions, then it will last longer, maybe 10 or dozen of years. Then we just have to deposit the uranium once per, let's say, 30 years. Then yeah, you see it's really renewable. I mean, since I've ever heard that Jokowi already opened the uraniums or nuclear energy mining in Indonesia, and it'll make our country great to collect all the resources.
So you see, you are a chemical engineering student, right, Andrea? But does it has any
Yes,
relation with power plants on something like that?
yes, of course, because we learn about the process. We learn about the process of the
Oh, I
boiler of
see.
the reactor and what type of reactor that is fit to produce some chemicals product or electricity. Yes, we should think about the fit and the output of the plants.
But for
Okay.
Indonesia itself, I mean, they are focusing on nuclear or for geothermal because in Indonesia the geothermal is so many,
It's
right?
more geothermal. Right now, it's more geothermal since
Geothermal. There are
we
so
already
many.
exceeded Philippines. Yes, in last decades, we are still below Philippines in terms of the geothermal capacity, but now we already exceeded
Oh,
as the second biggest country that produces some geothermal energy, and it's really huge movement, huge our huge of our achievements.
yeah, that's right.
Just below America, yes.
Geothermal is really really awesome because it doesn't depend on sun. It doesn't depend on weather. It really is there, and just use it. If I'm not wrong, is it? I
Yes,
forgot.
yes, you are. And both of geothermal and nuclear, rely heat to generate electricity.
Oh, I see. Oh,
in principle. They rely heat to
Yeah,
uh, deliver the steam to be able to move the generator.
yeah, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, it's
Well,
really see it.
that's really really good to know. Okay, Andra, I guess it is
Yes.
already this time. It is going to be Ashar in the new time. I guess we are going to end this podcast. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess thank you very much, Andra, for coming here and giving
Right. Thank you for
this
having me.
talk. Yeah. So I hope we got something new for today podcast, and I guess bye everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.